Delayed gratification. Mastering the art of delayed gratification is, simply put, what will actually decide whether or not you stay average as a man or become great as a man. It's something that, look, like the majority of men, and it's what this channel is for, right? This channel is for the men who want to be in the top 1%, top 0.1% even. But the majority of men and people in general out there on this planet that we call Earth, they love their instant gratification, right? They cannot say no to a fun idea, an idea that brings a lot of comfort, an idea that brings a lot of fun, fake joy, whatever, in the moment, to say yes to their bigger picture, their bigger why, and their bigger motivations in the long run. They can't say no to that, to those distractions that basically take them further away from what they truly want deep down, which is maybe to become wealthy, to become fit, to have really good relationships, whatever. They always fall for the instant gratification trap. And I don't want that to be you watching this video right now. I want you to be able to say no to these societal comforts, right? And distractions that, as I say, society basically bestows upon pretty much everyone walking this planet, that takes you away from your bigger goal as a man, your bigger purpose as a man. Because every time you say yes to something, let's say, such as scrolling, something as simple as scrolling on Instagram or whatever, or TikTok. I mean, I don't use TikTok, and I recommend you stop using TikTok if you're not using it productively, which is to be a creator, right? Creating content. Because Instagram, TikTok, all these social media apps and all that, they're really there just to distract you, and you don't want to be a consumer of those platforms. You want to be a creator. I mean, I use Instagram to, as a source of income for myself, but I'm a creator, right? On those platforms. So I use it productively. But the point is if you say yes to, for example, scrolling for 2 hours on, say, Instagram Reels, you're basically saying no to your bigger mission of becoming rich, becoming free, chasing financial freedom. You're indirectly saying no to that, right? By saying yes to the cheap dopamine that scrolling for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours will give you. And you know what? It might feel great in the moment. It might feel comfortable as hell in the moment. But I can tell you one thing, brother, is once you're done with that, you're going to feel like shit, and you're going to be like, why the hell did I just do that? Why the hell was I not working on my business? Why the hell was I not in the gym? Why the hell was I not out about talking to people, making valuable and meaningful connections, instead of just being sat behind my screen, whether that's scrolling or playing video games or doing any other unproductive shit? And I know you've been there. I mean, I've been there as well. I've been there many, many times where I, for example, had really almost no self-control when it came to this, delayed gratification stuff. And this was especially at the start of my entrepreneurial journey. And that's why in that specific period, let's say 5 years ago or so, 4 or 5 years ago, it was very hard for me to see sustained progress, sustained, results. Because even if I were to go through a period of a month of discipline and delayed gratification, all it took was one relapse, and then I'd be back to square one, back to chasing the instant gratification and all that. And again, you've probably been there. You watching this video right now, or you're probably there right now. And the key is to get the hell out of that, right? It's to understand that by saying yes constantly to, going out to see friends, doing drugs, going on, going out to parties, going to do unproductive stuff, which maybe, yes, are fun. And I'm not saying cut that out completely, because you definitely want to have friends and you want to be doing fun stuff in life and going on experiences. But you want to have a balance where you're basically 80% of the time saying yes to your bigger mission, which is, for example, just to make it simple, if you're building an online business and you're seeking financial freedom and time and geographical freedom, you want to do it so that 80% of the time you're saying yes to that and no to the other shit that takes you away from it, right? Even more than 80% if you want it to be a bit more extreme. I mean, I definitely like to be a bit more extreme with what I do in my life and my business. I just feel like that works best for me. I like to go all in whatever I do. But if you're, say, looking to build your business and you're constantly saying yes to going out on Friday nights and drinking until you become absolutely blackout drunk, or doing drugs with friends, with old friends, still hanging out with toxic, people, you're basically disallowing yourself from achieving 10k 20k a month from your online business. Or if you have bigger goals of like achieving 100k months or whatever, you're like, there's no chance in hell you're going to achieve that, right? Or maybe you will, maybe you will momentarily, but just that, momentarily, right? Before it all comes crumbling back down. Because the only way to see sustained results in life, as I was talking about with my personal example, like, a few years ago, the only way to see sustained results in life is by actually mastering the art of delayed gratification. It's as simple as that. And you've heard it, I've heard it. It's either easy now and hard later, or hard now and easy later. It's literally one of the two options. It's your choice. Right now, today, you have the choice to either do what is hard today and have an easier tomorrow, or do what's easy today and have a harder tomorrow. You could just watch this video and do nothing, right? You could watch this video, subscribe to my channel, get some good motivation, and still do nothing. And guess what? Your life will not change. Maybe you'll go after this and scroll on TikTok or Instagram, whatever. Well, that's the easy option. You want to watch this video and then take action on whatever it is you need to be doing right now. Whether that's hitting the gym, whether that's like basically getting out there and making connections, meeting people, whether that's for your business or just personal life, whether that's working on your business, calling loads of people, sending loads of messages, just doing all the hard work today will set you up for an easier tomorrow. And that's where you can indulge in more of life's pleasures as well, right? That's an important thing that isn't talked about enough of, is when you do go through, let's say, like a year or two of really like a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work, really prioritizing delayed gratification, over 80-90% of the time, you can then get to a stage where, you're maybe at a stage where, you're really proud of what you've achieved and all that, where you can start to say yes to more of the instant gratification stuff, if you will. I mean, I know I'm not anywhere close to that anyway. I probably will never get to a stage where I'd want to completely indulge in life's pleasures. I mean, that's not really me. I'd always want to be on my purpose. But I know some people would like that, right? And you can only really allow that to yourself if you actually go through a certain period, typically a long period of delayed gratification, pure discipline, like purely saying no to the distractions of life, right? And therefore saying yes to your bigger purpose, your bigger mission, okay? Because when you're doing that, you're simply going to win. Whilst everyone else is getting distracted, whilst your competition is getting distracted, you're not getting distracted. And therefore, over a long enough period of time, if you stay consistent on this, you will eventually win, right? And especially with social media and all these other distractions nowadays, like, it's become harder than ever to develop basically delayed gratification and say no to all this, cheap dopamine that's circulating around around the world in general. And so it's therefore more powerful than ever to master this skill, okay? So that's my little valuable lesson for today. Again, if you're interested in actually learning how to level up your character in every single aspect of life, whether that's health, wealth, relationships, and everything in between those main categories of life, and learning how to make at least 5k a month from your phone, DM me the word grow on Instagram. My Instagram account will be linked in the description below, and I'll see if I can help you. I might just be able to, if you're someone who is ambitious, if you're a man who wants to level up. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.